You didn't find this video by accident. The algorithm didn't just recommend it. In a way, you summoned it. Because this video, according to its title, will only appear when you're ready for it. So, let's talk about what this feeling of readiness actually is, because it's probably not what you think. We often imagine readiness as a final state of preparation, a moment when all the lights are green and we feel a surge of confident certainty. But that's a myth. True readiness is far more subtle, and it often disguises itself as something else entirely. First, it's crucial to understand what ready does not mean. Being ready doesn't mean you have a detailed, step-by-step plan for what comes next. In fact, it's often the complete opposite. It's a willingness to step forward even when the path is unclear. It doesn't mean you are free from fear or doubt. You can be absolutely terrified, with a heart full of hesitation, and still be ready. Courage isn't the absence of fear. It's moving forward despite it. And it certainly doesn't mean you have all the resources, the perfect amount of money, or a full cheerleading squad behind you. Readiness is not an external condition you meet. It is an internal shift that you feel. So if it's not about having a plan or being fearless, what are the true signs? How do you recognize this subtle internal shift? It often begins as a quiet, persistent curiosity that simply won't go away. It's that one thought, that one what if, that keeps popping into your head at the quietest moments, refusing to be ignored. It's not a loud, booming command, but a gentle, recurring whisper. Another profound sign is a deep, soul-level exhaustion with your own old patterns. It's the moment you realize that the discomfort of staying where you are, in that job, that relationship, that mindset, has finally become more painful than the terrifying uncertainty of change. You're not jumping because the landing spot looks safe. You're jumping because the ledge you're on is now on fire. The fear of the leap is finally outweighed by the certainty of the burn. You might also notice a newfound receptivity. Ideas or suggestions that you would have immediately dismissed or defended yourself against in the past suddenly give you pause. You find yourself listening a little more closely, letting a new perspective land without your usual armor of defensiveness. It's a softening, a small crack in the walls you've built, allowing a sliver of new light to pierce through. This isn't about being easily swayed. It's about being finally open. It's the soil becoming soft enough for a new seed to take root. This softening, this quiet curiosity, this exhausted surrender, this is the real language of readiness. It's the universe's way of preparing the ground for something new to grow, and you are that ground. And this brings us to the message you are now ready to receive. The first and most important idea is this: you are not broken. This entire search you've been on, this restlessness, this feeling that there must be something more, it isn't a symptom of something being wrong with you. It's a signal that something is profoundly right. You are listening. You are hearing the call of a deeper, truer part of yourself that knows your life is meant for more than comfort or routine. It is the part of you that remembers you are not a problem to be solved, but a potential to be unfolded. This longing is not a flaw. It is the first sign of your own awakening, the evidence that you are already whole and are simply beginning to remember it. Now, with that understanding, the question becomes practical. What do you do with this feeling? The sheer scale of change can feel overwhelming, which is why the second core idea is so vital. The next step is smaller than you think. You do not need to have the entire journey mapped out. You don't need to see the whole staircase. You just need to identify the very next single step. The grandest transformations are built from a sequence of almost insignificant choices. So ask yourself, what is the smallest, most manageable action you could take today that aligns with the person you feel you are becoming? It doesn't have to be a leap. It could be a single search query, a 5-minute walk in silence, sending one email, or reading one page. That small, deliberate action is your most powerful task. It is a signal you send to yourself and to the universe that you are, in fact, ready to move. And finally, you must trust the third core idea with your whole heart. Your timing is perfect. Every experience you have ever had, every triumph, and every seeming failure, every joy that lifted you, and every heartbreak that leveled you, has been an essential part of the curriculum, preparing you for this exact moment of readiness. There are no wasted journeys. The delays, the detours, the times you felt lost, they were all necessary. They built your resilience, clarified your desires, and gave you the unique perspective you hold right now. You could not have arrived here a moment sooner because you needed every single step of the path behind you to be ready for the path ahead. So trust this timing. You are not late. You are not early. You are precisely on time for your own life. Now, let's take a moment to simply let all of this settle. There's no new information to absorb, no next idea to grasp. This is the space where knowledge begins to transform into understanding, where a concept moves from your head down into your bones. So just breathe and notice what resonates. Feel which words, which ideas, stir something within you. Don't force it or analyze it. Just observe the quiet echo. This feeling, this internal nudge, is the most important part. It's the seed of your next chapter, and it needs a moment of silence to root itself. Before we part ways, I want to offer you a single question to carry with you. This is not a question to answer immediately or intellectually. Don't feel pressured to have the perfect response. Instead, let this question live with you for the rest of the day, the week. Carry it in your pocket like a smooth stone, pulling it out occasionally to feel its weight. Let it work on you in the background as you go about your life. The question is this: if I were truly ready for what's next, what is the one thing I would stop and the one thing I would start? This is the beautiful, practical bridge between the person you are and the person you are becoming. The stop creates the necessary space, clearing away what no longer serves you. The start is that small, courageous step into the new territory of your life. This single, dual-sided question contains your entire immediate path forward. Hold it gently, and trust that the answers will emerge from within you with a clarity and a timing that is just for you. This video appeared for you for a reason, but the reason was never hidden in the code of an algorithm or a glitch in the matrix. The reason was always hidden within you. It appeared because a part of you is waking up, stretching after a long sleep, and beginning to look at the world with new eyes. You were ready to hear a gentle reminder of your own wholeness, your own capacity, and your own perfect timing. The message has been delivered, and now the most important part begins. The rest, the beautiful and sometimes challenging work of living it, is entirely and wonderfully up to you. And so, as we end this shared moment, consider this possibility: that what you call coincidence is often just a conversation you're finally ready to hear. The same intelligence in you that called this message forward is guiding you still, and it will continue to do so. Who knows, then, what other pieces of the puzzle are waiting in the quiet corners of your world, or what other signals will cross your path? Perhaps the next idea, the next person, or the next video will also find you exactly when you need it, too.